Hey everyone, today we have a two-perspective gameplay. I put a little bit of work into this one again. Hopefully, once again, you appreciate all the work. Don't mind the bit of sloppiness everything's put together with. That's unavoidable unless I want to show you guys two little windows side by side. But I don't think you guys like that, especially if you're watching at a lower video quality. But anyway, this battle is actually from a live stream I had a little while ago. And I'll put a link in the description of this video where you can watch the live version of this replay of this battle. Actually, there's two battles in this video, and see exactly what I was thinking at the time a little bit more. But now, we have two of us in M4s, one in the E2 and one in the E8. The E2 that I'm in is a little bit slower. Actually, it's a lot slower, but it has much better armor and a lower rate of fire. I actually have the stock gun on, the stock turret on this, which allows me to mount only the smaller gun. However, the upgraded gun is only a little bit better, and this stock turret actually has a lot more armor. So a lot of the times you'll see people in this tank just sticking with the stock turret for that reason. Armor, because this tank is all about armor. If you can't bounce the shells, then you're going to have a horrible time. Whereas the E8 that Hidden Blade is driving, it has less armor, but it has a much faster firing gun. The VK, it still has a faster firing gun, but don't ask me anything else about it because I've never played it or never really seen it in battle too much. But now, as you may have noticed at the beginning of the battle, the other two players in this platoon, according to XVM, aren't the best. Now, before you jump to conclusions there, let me just say, they are going to prove XVM wrong. And also, to be fair, at least one of them have another account on a different server, which is their primary account. At least one of them doesn't normally play on the North American server here. But watch my tank on the left. I'm on the left there. Natsir's on the right. But watch as I manage to bounce shell after shell. And throughout the game, you're going to see me bounce a lot of shells, like not 9 out of 10, but like 3/4 of the shells that hit me, at least, are going to bounce. But getting through the front of this AT, ooh, I almost shot the side of the KV-1. But getting through the side of this, through the front of this AT-8 is going to be a bit of a challenge. Even if I aim at the hatches, it's still going to be tough. So I'm going to move on to other targets if I have the choice. I'd prefer to hit that Nashorn, but he has a gun that I'm a little bit afraid of. I don't play this tank that much. I actually haven't had it for really that long, so I'm not too sure what the armor is capable of. I just know that it's good. But you're going to see some times here where these guys even managed to bail me out. So this is one of those battles where it should really change how you look at players rated by XVM. You see Natsir here. He's trying to get behind the VK. He got distracted by artillery that got spotted. Both of us are aiming down on it. He puts the first into it, and I managed to take it out. Alright, he's taking some hits from the AT-8. He's decided now, well, he's weighing his options. He's going to back up. He's looking at me taking on the Type 34, Type 58, and look at my armor again, just bouncing the shots. I tried to ram there, and that almost cost me quite a bit. Again, I don't play a whole lot of games at this tier, so I don't really know the weak points of this thing. But as I was looking in sniper mode at the front of his turret, I'm thinking, I wonder if I can get through the front of his turret or not. But after a couple shots there, I realized, nope, this isn't going to work. And I decided just to aim downwards a little bit more, set him on fire, and finished him off. Meanwhile, Natsir's getting out of there. He knows better than to try to face that guy head on. I'm coming around to try to help him out a little bit. And we find a wild ELC. This guy, for some reason, decided it was a good idea just to sit on top of the hill. I don't think he was tracked, but maybe he was. But Natsir's trying to aim at those hatches. Sorry, I'm trying to aim at those hatches. Two perspectives. Brain hurts. At this point, I'm noticing our base is being captured, but I'm also thinking, well, it's not a whole lot I can do about this. I'm hoping the guys over towards our base, including Hidden Blade there, can handle it. And as you can see, between the three of us, we've already racked up 8 kills. And ooh, what was that behind me? I didn't notice that guy coming up behind me until I saw the explosion. And when I saw the explosion right beside me, I actually thought it was Natsir getting killed. So that was a bit of a surprise. But luckily, if you're watching from Natsir's perspective, you would have saw that he messed up his previous shot. The SU-100Y messed up his previous shot. And they have a long reload, so there wasn't much he could do. I think he was going to try to go bury his gun in the back of me or something, but it didn't work out for him. Now I've got another E2 coming over the hill. I tried taking a shot at him. I didn't think it was going to hit, and sure enough, it didn't. But I'm more worried about that Nashorn over there still. The E2 is pretty busy with the other guys around that corner, but he could still maybe get a shot off at me without taking hit from them. The AT-8, though, I need to try to focus on one guy at a time. So I'm going to go over the hill, look at the E2. Unfortunately, though, he has pretty good armor. He is the same tank as me, so he's going to bounce pretty much every shell I fire at him. I try to get to the cheeks of his turret. I don't really know the best weak spot. Now I'm noticing, whoop, that one there was kind of lucky that it bounced. I think he hit my turret. Now the AT-8 just bounces shell after shell off of me. I'm having a hard time with him too, but I'm managing. So I had to angle myself towards the AT-8 as Nutsier and the other guys managed to finish him off. Every time I fire, I'm like, this is going to be the killing blow. This is going to be the killing blow. And sure enough, eventually we got him. Just took a few rounds. I was actually shooting premium ammunition at him too, because that hatch, even though it's thin armor, it's still rounded very nicely. So you have to hit it within a certain spot on the middle for your shell to actually hit. Otherwise, it's essentially really highly sloped armor. Here goes Nutsier for the Nashorn. Backs off wisely. He probably won't survive a hit from the Nashorn. There we go. All of them are dead. So that was a pretty good battle. Got a pretty good chunk of experience. I'm pretty sure that was a ×3 event day, so the experience I got there was multiplied by 2 or possibly 3. This next battle, same kind of platoon. This is actually the very next battle in the live stream, and like I said, I'll put a link in the description to the live stream footage. I'll upload it as a video, unlisted video, just for you guys to link to from this video. Originally, we were all going to go towards the center. We decided that. And then eventually we noticed, actually one of them pointed out, we need to go towards the north. There's nobody going there. So we decided to do that, and good thing we did, because this actually ends up working out really well for us. And I feel like we all played our tanks' roles quite well, considering they have less armor but better guns, and I have more armor but not quite as good of a gun as they do. So I'm going to be taking advantage of my armor up here very shortly, and I think it works out quite well. The whole time I'm thinking, alright, who's going south? And I'm noticing on the minimap right now too, it looks like World of Tanks thought there was like 8 people in our platoon, so don't mind the extra orange dots. All 3 of us went this north path here. Maybe not. I don't know what XVM was doing there, but or World of Tanks was doing. But I'm going to roll up into the center here, because now from the last battle I'm confident, maybe overconfident, about how good my armor is. Plus when I'm on the slope, I can actually angle my tank backwards a little more and aim my gun down, which effectively makes it a larger slope and more armor. Now this Hetzer here, he's probably determined, or he probably thinks his armor can hold up too. And this guy, he's got the right idea, but it's helping him how he's poking in and out like that, but his armor is reasonably good against my gun. Plus his tracks absorb a few shells, and but he hasn't managed to put any shots into me, and I've managed to put a few into him. There we go. Hidden Blade got the first kill of her platoon in this battle. I want to push up farther, but as soon as I start going down that hill, my armor slope is going to be decreased, so I need to be careful there. If he shoots at me when I'm going down the hill, he might actually get through. Now this SU-100, I wasn't sure if my armor could hold up, so I decided to just wait for my moment, and peeked around the corner. And he's toast. Now then, the VK to my left, looking at him, thinking, okay, should I go for him or should I just go straight ahead? And I noticed that Hidden Blade and Nutsier are both bearing down on him. As you can see on the right there, Nutsier is working to finish him off. 2 of them got him. And I'm just still working on moving ahead. They pretty much managed to catch up completely. That's how slow this tank is. It's not a T95 slow, but it's not a T52 speedy either. I was going to put another shot into him. One of the guys got in the way, but moved out of the way just in time for me to put another shot in, and then he's dead. It's not a problem. And here I was thinking, should I go along the river like they are? That's probably smarter. Or should I just go across the bridge? And afterwards, I kind of wish I went through the river. Why? Well, I do get a shot into the M4, which I wouldn't have got otherwise. However, artillery got a shot into me that it probably wouldn't have otherwise, and that hurt. Now, you're going to see me use my repair kit here in a moment. However, take note of when I actually use it. I'm not going to use it until my track is about to be repaired, because I don't know for sure if there's a point in using it on my engine if I'm just going to get destroyed before my tracks are back up anyway. However, I do feel that this is a slow enough tank that I kind of want the extra engine power, so I just decided to use my repair kit on that. Quite often when I do that, though, I regret using it on that and wish I had it for tracks later on. Now I'm going to jump down there because the enemy team might be back behind us a little bit. And also I don't know what could come peeking over that hill, including that KB-220. That thing kind of scares me. I almost got a shot at the top of his turret, but Nuts here and the guys are going around. So I'm thinking, okay, they'll go around, they'll flush him out. If he pushes down the hill, then I'll be moved over here and ready to put some shots into him as he comes down. Hopefully he takes a little bit of damage falling down the hill. And hopefully he doesn't kill me if he gets a shot at me first. And here they go. Watch Nutsier's perspective. They have a little trouble getting around each other. Artillery misses. Nutsier gets the right idea. He was going to circle around him, I think, but it didn't quite work out, and he got ammo racked there, so he's struggling now. He's holding off a shot. He's not just going to fire it right when the KB-220 is at a good angle, because he wants to make sure that shot counts, especially now he's ammo racked. And he just barely manages to survive it. A little bit lucky, but nonetheless, smart. I finished off that artillery piece. The artillery there, he probably should have moved after his first shell, and maybe he did. Maybe that's what got him noticed the second time. But the first time he got detected because he fired his weapon. And he was pretty close to that bush that he was hiding behind. So it effectively made the bush almost non-existent as far as the camo value goes. Now then, there's only a couple of them left. These guys are going to decide to go back up the hill again, go back to the center, and try to flush him out that way. However, I'm thinking, well, I'm slow. I'm probably never going to make it up there, and I have a funny feeling that he's coming back around right in front of me. And then, surprise, Area's right beside me. Nutsier immediately notices, turns around, hit Blade. I believe he was going to take the other way around, thinking that it might be faster, and to be honest, both ways are probably both just as fast. However, I've got this under control. He's parked up against the side of the hill for whatever reason, showing me the top of his engine compartment, which of course doesn't work out too well for him. But that went pretty well. It was a fun game. Thank you, Nutsier and Hidden Blade, for joining me. Glad to have you. We had a lot of fun that night, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.